Right. Good afternoon, everybody. So my name is Arsen Safaryan. I represent Saudi Entertainment Ventures. And today we'll be quickly, going through our recent journey of, going from traditional design management to more of a platform-centric design management. So let's get into it. So Saudi Entertainment Ventures is PIF's arm that shapes the entertainment future of the country. And we have over 22, complexes across the kingdom, entertainment destinations, that's what we call them, and over 50 cinemas with a couple of hotels in a few locations. So our scope is quite substantial and geographically spread in the kingdom. So it's not one or two single destinations, it's over 22 entertainment destinations. And when I say entertainment, it means we have projects inside our projects. So we have a complex and there are different attractions that, are designed by different attractions designers that need to fit into the main complex. And there you have an interface within an interface, which makes the design management more challenging from the client and supervision perspective, as well as from the design itself. So we'll just quickly go through the legacy design management, where we will look at the, let's say, current or past way of doing things. We'll look at the platform-centric approach that we've adopted, and then we'll look at the outcomes of what we've done as a, measurement of impact, or the KPIs that we gained from this exercise. So the legacy information exchange is, in our opinion, many tool sets used for achieving the same design across many stakeholders, which basically exponentially increases your channels of communication. Hence, it creates duplication in files, even digital, because today we say we're digital by just using Acrobat or using an EDMS, electronic document management system, or any selection or a mix of those tools. Whereas electronic or on the screen doesn't necessarily mean digital. It's just a replica or a duplicate of what my colleague or my stakeholder, my consultant is doing. So there is still waste. There is still duplication and waste in terms of data. So how do we get rid of that? By centralizing the source and providing permissions and controlled access to whoever needs what when. Let's say in terms of reviews, that would be stages and stakeholders with the correct access to push information to the cloud or get information from the cloud and provide their input. So we go from multiple communication channels to distributed communication channels with a single source of truth. And again, if you look at the legacy design management from our perspective, from an owner-operator perspective, there are so many stakeholders involved. I'm not going to go through this slide step by step, but we cover or flood ourselves with information, but we also flood our supply chain with information that some of them produce, some of them have to review, and we have to make those decisions based on this, let's say, flood of data. Again, even electronically, even when this data is communicated electronically and you're using a PC to review it and so on. So what this equates to for us is duplication and waste. Duplication in terms of files, comments, or issues that we raise, and missed opportunities. So we focus on doing the job so much so that we miss the point of, making the right decisions. And then what does it result in is waste of time and budget, poor decisions, inefficient design, poor customer experience at the end of the day. So to fix this, what we've done is we've adopted a platform for design management in addition to the ecosystem of tools we had in-house. where the source of the review is centralized. So the design is centralized, is accessible to everyone, and everyone has the right inputs and outputs from this source. So what it helps us do is it helps us go from, comment tracking, for example, in Excel, to comment tracking online in an, managed environment. So we don't miss an opportunity to comment, and then we don't miss an opportunity to track and resolve that comment, for example, which again, if we don't have time to capture all the comments that we want to capture, is going to turn into a waste later in the project. So how do we do that? We have a CDE that caters our BIM and digital delivery efforts, and then we go into asset information management when it comes to the contracting stage or the delivery stage that will effectively lead us to our smart destination and digital twins goals or vision. Our complexes will be ready probably 3, 5, and 7 years from now, depending on the location. So we're building buildings that are designed for the future, that are entertainment focused or themed. So digital has a big place in those things, but that's for the future. That's when the assets are operational and ready. What we do today, and as a business today, we are not yet an entertainment business. We are an engineering and construction business. Tomorrow we will be entertainment. So this helps us, take care of today and tomorrow as well. Outcomes, what this, meant for us, just going through this one process out of those, let's say, 60 to 80 use cases or opportunities we found to digitize effectively. Design review is just a process group with 2 or 3 processes involved. It did literally help us save 48% on just this one process group. And when I say 48%, it doesn't mean we saved 48% cash or 48% time. It means we are 48% more efficient in our, commenting and design decision making. And in terms of, savings, we managed to save 9,405 man days across 22 projects within a year, and on just design management. And there are multiple opportunities like this to, by centralizing and going platform-centric, impact processes like the construction site process, QHSE processes, safety, quality management, and so on. And I'm not even talking about things like paper, for example, how much paper you cut. I know we're the client, we don't necessarily buy the paper, our supply chain does, but eventually we pay for it. We pay for everything. So there are direct and indirect benefits for us as an owner. And for us, the goal is really simple. We want geometry that it represents our design, whether in 2D or 3D or a combination of both, to be high quality. We want it to be coordinated. We want asset attribute data that will feed into our operations and maintenance software later on. And as a developer, we want space tracking. And all of that is made possible by, better communication, platform-centric approach to design and construction. I think that would be all. I tried to fit within the time, so thank you. Thanks.